Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
And boy, oh boy, this was kind of a weird episode. A lot happened. Stunning start, Andrew.
Doing real good, bud.
Kind of a weird episode. A lot happened. I don't really know if we watched it that intently. We took pretty good notes.
You had a lot of stories from the weekend.
It's a lot. It was a very fucking
One that
long
you're
weekend.
saving for the show, and we want to hear it.
If we're gonna pierce the veil a little bit
Let's
and
jump right into it, yeah.
unleash that we've done a little bit of story planning this episode, but I was nearly punched this weekend. A girl was intent on punching me repeatedly, and when I say it like that, to get to the actual meat of the story, to kind of create some controversy. I like to be liked.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah.
I'm a very easygoing guy. I hate when people hate me. I'm very insecure. I was at a small birthday gathering on Saturday, and people were intoxicated and whatnot. There was a girl there who we were whatever in a room. Not even just me and her. It was a whole bunch of us in a room, and I passed a drink over to one girl or something, and she thought that I was supposed to pass it to her, and I whatever. Doesn't matter.
I think it does matter.
No, it kind of doesn't, because it was but she was like, I thought that was supposed to go to me, and what I said, because it wasn't even bad. I didn't even say anything bad.
Men first.
No, because I had it, and it was supposed to go to one girl, and I thought it was just gonna keep going, whatever. It didn't. She went and she got kind of angry and pissed off or whatever, and I said, "Oh, my bad. All white girls look the same."
Nice.
And she got pissed. She was like, "You fucking racist. You I'm half white. You racist. How dare you? I'm gonna punch this kid." I was like,
I love how deeper into that character you got more southern. As he went on, his accent got a little bit thicker.
maybe it did.
You fucking Aggie.
She's not even southern. I don't know why it went in that direction. But
I know why it went in that direction.
But I just I was like, what? I was like, what color am I? What do you mean? Is it all white girls look the same? It's not racist.
Yeah.
It's not racist.
It's not
at all.
Okay.
But then
continue.
I didn't apologize, and she lunged, not lunged, but hezzied at me, and someone grabbed her and pushed her back and stuff like that.
So you did end up getting punched.
I didn't end up getting punched, but this girl all night was not following me around, but always in my immediate vicinity, shit talking me to my closest friends loudly.
Oh, we've had this before.
She was following me around,
It's like
and
we were in mod sets, and that one person would just trash talk us the entire time.
it was I would sit there and talk to one of my friends or whatever, and then our conversation would just sort of peter off, or I'd start talking to somebody else, and that person would be sitting right next to me, and this girl would sit down directly next to them and being like, "Some people here are real racist assholes." And I was like, I can hear you. You aren't even trying to hide it. Most interesting part about this is the week before, I think it was the week before, I was on FaceTime with a friend of mine. It was very late at night. And she was there, and they were both drunk or whatever, but she saw me on the FaceTime and was like, "Oh, this isn't even tooting my own horn because she fucking hates me." She's like, "Oh, who's your hot friend?"
Oh, it's this girl.
Talking about me. And I was like, I guess that's me. So then I saw her for the first time, technically the second time. It's the first time I actually met her, though, in this past weekend. And I brought it up in a bigger group setting, and I was like, and she took it well at that point in time. This is before she threatened to punch me, threatened to assault me. She
You let a girl beat you up?
And your chance fades into the dust.
No, you really think I wanted that? Except for the fact that after she did threaten to punch me, I was kind of turned on.
Lean times, man. It's lean times. You gotta take what you can get.
I was kind of into it. Yeah.
The threatening aspect makes it a little bit,
Absolutely, dude. You almost had a girl stab you with a pen knife. I'm
Into the
rock
crazy.
hard right now thinking about a girl that's going to stab me with a pen knife. But yeah, no, this girl's a psychopath.
That's
Then
incredible.
later that night, as we were leaving, like I was saying bye to people. It was my friend's birthday, so I was trying to say bye to him and stuff like that. And this girl was like one of his good friends, and she like threw a punch at another girl sitting on a couch. Like they both like got in each other's face, like do what, bitch? Like doing like the whole everything,
Yeah.
like, and they had to be like physically separated. And the girl that's a crazy person like lunged and like overhand swung at the other girl. I was like, all right, I'm leaving.
Wow.
She already sunk her thing. If there was any ambiguity about who was in the wrong there, it wasn't me.
I guess not, but you know,
It
that's
wasn't
such a
me.
funny thing.
Some
that,
people
like,
just like to start shit.
It's amazing you didn't double down.
I did.
Did you? But you said.
You didn't like Andrew double down though.
No, what I said was, well, actually, technically, I did double down. So we were all in the room or whatever, and then like she got like pissed off. She's like, "Fuck it, fine, I'm leaving." And I was like, "Thank God."
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
That was when she's like, my other friend's name is Andrew, and she was like Andrew, if you don't get rid of him, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. And I was like, oh, are you now?
Little
Seems
sassy.
a little fire, my
You're gonna
friend.
tie me to a bedpost and beat the shit out of me?
Mistress. Call me little pig
Don't
boy.
mind if I do. Yeah, step on me with your dirty boots.
Oh, you don't want to get hit in the balls with a leather stack. That'd hurt.
Yeah, I guess it's never happened.
By experience, Spencer
I was
knows
like,
this.
yeah.
He went too far. He had to have his red light.
Nothing like
No.
a cat of
I
nine
only,
tails
I
to
only
the
kick
taint.
myself in the balls when I take off high tops. That's not a leather stack. That's
How do you have
different.
that flexibility?
How
I
do you have
did
that
it.
stupidity?
to, like-
is
I
what
did
I
it
would
yesterday.
say.
Well, I was taking off my shoe like this for
That's-
people watching on video,
That's
and
hilarious.
it came off kind of quick and just boom.
Why don't you just unlace your shoes when you do it?
I did not lace my shoes. It's a high top. It's a little stiff. These are brand new.
You can
Or
pull
just
up the
like, or just
laces.
Spencer, like you understand you've got a massive hog. You should like tie it up and put it in your pocket before you take your shoes off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It's too
It's
big.
gonna get in the way. It's you know it gets in the way of things.
Yeah.
It's too big.
Obs-
That's why I
Obstacles.
can. That's why I can wear slightly skinny jeans.
That's
Let
why
it
you don't go
all
to. That's
hang
why you don't
out.
go to church anymore.
I'm a Jew.
Yeah, that was fucking Spencer loving jokes. Spencer loves a good joke.
I love the fact whenever you said that, I immediately thought like what I would probably say to the woman. That'd be like, like, oh, you're racist.
You would have gotten punched.
Well, that's because I would have been like, well, yeah, of course I'm racist. I'm white, and then just like say something like that.
No, well, the problem was that like instantly, like I am. I listen. I put on a real tough exterior for all you watching and listening. You know me as sort of like the bad
He
boy
has
of
a
the podcast.
gooey, creamy inside.
I mean, as evidenced by when I take my shirt off, you'll see how gooey and creamy this inside really is. This outside's also gooey and creamy. But I'm a pretty sweet guy, genuine guy. Like I like when people like me, so I try and be friendly to people when I can be.
I'm glad you rounded that out because I was about to say something.
Yeah, I was. I was looking at your eyes, and you were like, you were just trying to like find the weak point in what I was saying, and I was like,
The
yeah,
whole first half of that was
yeah,
basically-
yeah. No, but then everyone in the room was like, it's like, no, actually, like he's really cool. Like you're probably in the wrong, like talking to the girl, and she didn't like that at all.
Oh, I love that. When
At
other people
all.
back
She
you
was
up.
going around the party telling like my other friend was like trying to hook up with this girl, and this girl went around to the whole party and like started like asking every girl how they knew my friend and stuff like that.
That's such a weird thing because to me,
This
it's
girl's
like,
she's a human wrecking ball.
see, that's what I don't understand though.
She
It's
was
like,
an agent of chaos.
if you're at a party, right? You're there to enjoy your time. Why do you spend the entire party?
chaos.
yeah.
Why do you spend the entire party trying to get back at someone that you don't even care about?
Dude, she was taking shots at everybody.
And everybody.
We're
chose
watching
that
The
person.
Bachelor, man.
Every-
Everybody does that.
Good point.
But
It's
I
like
mean, at a party, I couldn't care less.
The
if
Bachelor's
someone
a
said
big
something to
party.
me.
this
It's
girl
a
was
giant
this
party.
girl went up to like my roommate and asked how she knew my friend and like their friends. Like me, my roommate, and this kid are all pretty good friends, and like went up and was like interrogating my roommate like how she knew him, and very strange, very
Really
strange.
weird.
That being said, I don't want to have to do the work to bleep it out, so I'm not even gonna mention her name. You know who you are if you're watching this. You can hit me up.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm more into
That'd
you
be a
now.
good
I'm
time.
kind of more into you now than I ever have been.
I'm kind of interested to see what she looks like.
She's not that hot, but she's crazy.
Made my
Right up,
noise.
right up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, speaking of women almost beating each other up, actually beating each other up, this night of Bachelor did feature that.
certainly
with
did.
Even Matt calling it in one of the rounds because someone was getting their ass handed to him.
Yeah,
the boxing.
yeah, the boxing at the end.
I was a little bit upset about that kind of. Well, I was upset for the audience because like I don't know, the boxing was weird, but they did this little camera trick where they were like, oh, we're gonna get to see Victoria get beat up, which I'm sure a lot of people wanted because she's the villain.
Right.
They didn't show that.
I honestly think she probably beat someone up. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's thrown hands a couple times in her life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably more than a couple.
That's how she got the tiara.
Yeah, she did, dude. She's someone who
She's just a.
has an aura of like I'm the boss. Like it feels like she's definitely gotten in so much. Like every weekend, it's that friend that gets in a fight. You know what I mean? Because they just don't know other people's limits.
She seems like a liability.
She
seems like a friend liability.
Exactly. Yeah.
She's just an asshole. I mean, she's the only one that producers like. She clearly
makes-
wears less makeup than everyone else. It's like almost like the producers want that.
She's the. I don't think I'm gonna really get in trouble for saying this. She's the ugliest one on the show.
They don't let her wear makeup.
Yeah, I'm trying. To
I think she's the ugliest
there's
one.
20
on the
other
group.
people. I'm trying to think of all the other.
I just can't. I can't off top. I can't think of anyone uglier. Maybe it's because she gets so much. Maybe it's because she gets so much screen time and she's not that hot that I'm seeing it so much. Where it's like the pure magnitude of me seeing her as much as I am and her not being hot leads me to believe that she's that as ugly as she is.
in real life and in TV, when I see a woman for too long, they lose attraction.
Absolutely,
So I can't date anyone.
Absolutely.
You have to remember that she's cast as such.
I
She's
mean,
not
yeah.
cast as ugly.
No, she's just cast.
No, but like, as I said, she clearly wears less makeup than everyone else,
Mhm.
and I guess I'm not that into these reality shows, but I would think that the producers would be like, you should wear a little bit less makeup so everyone doesn't like you more.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they say. I don't think they tell her to wear less makeup.
I think she's
I
just
do.
is
I
that.
do not think they tell
I think
her to
she
wear
just
less
is
makeup.
how she is.
Yeah, I don't think the producers are like, hey, can you be ugly for us? Be uglier. Thank you.
Well,
Um,
well, that's all the way at the end of the episode.
It really is.
to
They're kind of
talk-
working.
I just want to
backwards-ish.
bring it up because I thought it was really funny.
No,
And at the start of the episode, there wasn't really much. We saw Chelsea get the carryover group date from the last episode. Chelsea got the group rose.
Yep.
I remember
kind of defying what we had last week for a couple of us. Spencer, I'm not sure how your tears came out. I had her in my loss in the shuffle.
Me
That's
as well.
due. I think that's due to change.
I think I remember with Chelsea, I was like, I just need to see more of her,
Okay, well, that's not a tier.
Well, but no. I either had her in Lost in the Shuffle or the one above that.
middle of
Okay.
the pack.
And,
Yeah.
And I think I said, like, I just haven't seen her talking to Matt.
Right,
And she
yeah,
talked to Matt, and she did a really good job, and she got a rose.
Mhm.
Kit also had an interesting moment with Matt where Matt was like, I am like so interested to hear more from you. Like, you're such an interesting person, which was so good to hear considering I don't think she's going anywhere soon, which is great. I don't think she's going to win still, but I want to see her last.
Kit is remarkably small.
Yes.
She's maybe 5 feet.
I think she is 5 feet.
She is tiny, and being next to like
A
6'6", dude, doesn't help either.
So one thing to note, Chelsea is, she's a runway model, right? She's very tall. She's at least,
Chelsea's tall. She's
she's-
probably almost 6 feet.
Kit is
she's
5'5".
over 6 feet.
She's not.
5'5".
No, you know what she is? She's 5'5". Like a whole bunch of people in Hollywood are all listed at 6 feet when they're like my height.
But like I think that's
Actually, except I feel like women are probably listed as shorter in the same way that men are always listed as taller
that's
online.
why I'm surprised it's 5'5".
Maybe she's actually 5'9".
Maybe she's actually really tall as a camera trick.
It might
But then you
be.
see a picture like that and you're like, how does that work?
That might actually be 5'5". She just looked
Is that a-
tiny in a couple of those camera angles, bro. She looks wicked short.
Yeah.
But this episode was hinted at last episode that there were new girls, fresh
5
meat.
new. Yes.
Fresh meat. We got 5 new girls coming to the house. I'm gonna see if I can remember all their names. It was Kim,
Correct.
Brittany, Catalina,
Yes.
Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
and Ryan.
Correct.
Fucking nailed it.
You did. Nail it. Which one left? What was the only one that left?
Kim left.
Yeah.
Kim.
The other
yeah.
4 stayed.
Somehow he kept 4. I guess you kind of have to, right?
Yeah. I guess the producers. I mean, that's the same thing that happened with I think the Claire or Tasha. Whenever they brought in new people, she kept a few like.
But with Tasha, all the dudes were new at that point. Literally, all the dudes were new. The
Yeah,
first
but I meant-
impression rose was given to someone who was brand new, who was introduced at the exact same time as Tasha came in.
No, I know. I just think like the producers are like, hey, why don't you keep like most of them? Like at least keep 3.
That's probably the move.
Because if you're bringing like 5 people and you don't want to be like, well, I don't know, because they probably say that like pick like 3 or 4 that you think you could get along with. The other 1 or 2, don't, because because obviously if you've met these other women for 3 to 4 weeks, you're gonna keep them over it,
right?
So
yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of girls came in. They all seem genuinely pretty cool. We haven't seen like hardly any of Ryan at all.
I didn't even, yeah.
She's okay. She's not like my favorite of any of the ones that came in, but she doesn't seem like she's bad in any way. She might be a cut just because we're not seeing her at all, and they're gonna have to cut more people, and it's easier to cut someone that like you don't even know than it is to cut someone you built a relationship with. For Matt, probably this is pure speculation, but that's what you come here for. This is basically coming down to it's primarily a lot of people taking shots at. It was Catalina at first. As soon as Catalina walked in, she's like Miss Puerto Rico Universe or something like that.
Yes.
So she represented Puerto Rico at Miss Universe some year. Came in wearing a tiara and a sash. Victoria immediately snatches the crown off her head, puts it on her own head, puts it on the table. I was like, just disrespectful. Here
Absolutely.
for it.
She at least won something.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't crown yourself anything if you don't win anything.
That's also, do you know how many people in Puerto Rico, how many women are in Puerto Rico, and she won against all of them?
I know. And listen, Puerto Rico is a very attractive country.
Yeah, actually it is. Yes.
It's not a country.
Territory. Fuck off. Don't
piss off people in Puerto Rico.
I'm not. It's not its own country. It's a territory. It's a US territory, but it's something where it's represented by its own thing at Miss World Universe.
Well, they do states, don't they?
No, it's Miss USA.
Oh,
so
all right. I was just saying, don't piss off the people
sit
in Puerto
down.
Rico.
I'm sorry, that was rude. You can stay seated.
I didn't mean to correct you, but in case we have any Puerto Rican listeners, we don't want to piss them off.
I know our analytics, and I know that we don't. Or maybe we do, but just not in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and you people in Guam, shout out to you as well.
Do we have Guam listeners?
No.
Ah,
I just was talking about territory.
Citizens of the U.S. of A.
But we see them based on the city that they download from, which is weird, right? It's super weird. But
why would you tell people that?
Because then because it's cool. Like they know, like there's a UK listener. There's one routinely every week. That person is awesome. We love them. Engage with us. Shoot me a DM if you're that person, by the way. Just like to know who you are. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of downloads in Massachusetts, of course, because we're out of. But some people in Florida often. We have some people in Washington, Texas, Arizona. My friends in Arizona, they listen. But yeah, so we got all that. All the new girls came in. We got 3 more eliminees.
Yes.
Kim, the new girl, came in. Kayla, near and dear to my heart. I thought Kayla was very attractive.
I didn't think she was going to get eliminated.
I didn't either. I thought she got a lot more face time than Lauren, and I kind of had them in the same sort of tier this week. They both had the same sort of understanding with Matt, as so I thought, but I was wrong. And then Kylie, one of them. That's the one we don't know, and I'm so glad I don't have to say your name anymore. Gone and probably forgotten. Off you go. But we made room. We got 5 more, or we have 4 girls left. They're all in here. They all seem okay. Oh yeah, Catalina and Victoria was a mess. Anna's the one that is like has crazy eyes, like really bad crazy eyes.
Yeah.
She was freaking the fuck out.
Why was she bugging out?
Because of the new girls.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's freaking out. These new girls struck real serious fear into the older girls.
It's just
like hearts.
They just bitched about it, but it's like, man, it doesn't really matter if there's new girls. You gotta put in the work. It doesn't matter if there's anybody else.
Also, it's weird the stance they were taking. They were like, how could these girls come in here and disrupt like what we have? It's like you've been there 3 weeks, and also this is a show. You've seen this show before. You've been on this show.
If you don't
before.
put in your head,
it happens every season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. It's so weird that people are like, how could they do this to us? It's like, it's not their fault.
You just gotta put in
that
your
they
head
also want to find love.
that it's just you and the boy, and you gotta get after it. And if you don't do that, you're not gonna win.
That's right. Spencer says that every Tuesday night when he goes out to the club. Just me and the boy.
Me and the boy.
If I don't go after it, I won't get it.
It's me and the girl.
Too bad the machine
but,
closed. Spencer's favorite place.
Machine did close.
I was not a machine guy. I'm more of a tavern boy.
You're more of a machine guy when it's not the Friday or Saturday.
Yo, Machine's fun as fuck. We're not shit talking Machine here. Not on this podcast.
I am.
Not on this
The
platform.
only time I went there, one of my friends got kicked out. I call him a friend.
Was it like under 18 night or something? Under
It was
21
over
night?
18 and I was 19.
Yeah.
He was 19. Like all of our friends were. It was, but then he's also not a friend. He's more of an acquaintance that I was chaperoning.
Yeah.
And he took off his shirt and started doing pull-ups on one of the piping bars. And the guy's like, "You can't do that."
That goes over well inside.
Yeah.
Not on the outside.
So
no, Machine's awesome. I used to go with a couple of my my older gay friends when I was like in college.
Torn down. Rest in peace.
I know it's a crater in the earth.
on
It's a
another
crater
club.
in my heart.
Put a 21 plus club.
They're gonna put
No,
some
it's
new
not.
apartments.
Machine isn't only. It's 21 plus most nights.
No, I know how it worked. I'm just saying.
No, but you listen. Like as a straight dude, you go to Machine, right? It's an old gay bar in Boston that just got torn down. You go to Machine with your gay friends. My gay friends are the greatest wingmen in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute greatest wingmen. Because like they're not competing with me.
No.
We both have different objectives.
Yes.
We can both help each other out.
Yeah.
I'm much better at talking to men than I am talking to women.
This is why I like that my brother's gonna be a nurse.
Dude, just faking injuries, going to the hospital.
Oh.
Oh, no.
All right, is Rebecca, your friend here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Lauren working? I'm gonna twist my ankle.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm in a public health class. I'm the only guy in the class.
Fuck
That's
yeah,
never
dude.
happened to me before.
Capitalize.
Well, that's not really how I think of it. I was just surprised.
Hey,
That's
anyone
how it
want to do
was-
a group project?
That's
with
how
me?
it was in my. I took a creative writing, like a poetry class in college, and I was like the only dude in it. And things were going really well, but I'm very competitive and very territorial about my writing, so I had no time to flirt.
Yeah, my dad told me to take a gender studies class,
100%.
or a
Ah,
woman's anatomy class,
Is that a class?
or whatever it is. It was a class when he was.
I took a vagina class.
Take
I took pussy 201.
Whatever it was a
It's,
gender thing where only women take, and like he's like, take it, you're gonna have a great time. And I'm like, what?
That's cool.
No, the
It's just a public health course.
no, definitely a gender studies class. I think it could go kind of one of two ways.
Yeah, I could.
You could become you could
two-
become a target.
You
very
two would
easily.
become
But the
pariahs
thing
in a
is-
gender studies
thing
class.
is,
Oh,
though,
dude,
I
I would
kinda
be.
like
I'd be,
it.
Why?
Because it just seems so fun to have like it was like
You-
20 versus 1.
Nope.
You-
sit there, shut up. I don't talk to anybody
You
in
would
that
become-
class.
You two would both become
No,
pariahs.
I don't sit in the front row. I don't sit in the back row. I don't sit.
You
I don't
ju-
wear anything offensive colors. I wear neutral colors.
No, just start saying things. They're like, what does
no.
this mean? You're like, yes. You do it. And then
It's like actually, I'd like to explain the female anatomy. I'd like to
and
explain.
set it as a pass-fail class.
Actually, Professor Smith, I'd like to explain the role of the woman in society.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those classes would be fun to take as like a senior. You're just joking around.
No,
Pass-fail, it doesn't count. Who
no,
cares?
no. Yeah, these girls are freaking out at the new girls coming in. And what I will say, and I think I tweeted it, is the girls need to pull it together because Matt's not strong enough emotionally
No.
or mentally to take care of all of you if you're all freaking out.
No, he is not.
He really isn't. He's not. He was
For a big boy, he's a bit of a pushover.
he was also like, you could tell he was visibly stressed out when the new girls were coming. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
he didn't want more options.
I don't think he did because he already
How
has
does
a problem with choice.
How does the boy live in New York City and do that?
What do you mean?
There's so many choices in New York City. Everything. Like there's literally everything in New York City. How does he live there and handle that? Because he
Is that-
can't
is
make
that a
any
city-
choices.
Is that a city for people who like?
Are you talking about just women?
No, just in
Are
general.
you talking about like how did he decide what he wants
Oh
for
my
dinner
god!
that
Yes,
night?
3
exactly.
delis on the
How did he
street.
decide what dentist to go to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, I guess it might be a struggle.
I mean, there's
for
a
him.
reason he's not married yet, obviously, but
The reason a lot of men aren't married because they can't make a choice.
Just too many choices.
Too many choices.
Or like
Wait,
I just can't make up my mind.
It's
I
not,
found
it's,
so many girls that I
all
want to
right.
marry and make my wife.
all right. It's not usually like that, but with this one, it's like that.
All right. Well, what I was gonna say was, yeah, he can't. He struggles with choices, and I feel like the new girls, like you were saying, it's just tough on him, and he looks super not with it.
Yeah, I was like, Brittany's hot.
Yeah.
Brittany's very hot. Brittany grew on me a lot when I first saw her because like they released the cast of the 5 girls that were coming in. I saw it like a few weeks. Or I saw it like probably 6 days ago.
Yeah.
Like after the episode aired, and I was watching it, or I was trying to like read into them or whatever, and just from their like stills and their bios and stuff, I was like, some of these girls are okay, but like I don't fucking know. None of them really stuck. Nah, Brittany's pretty hot. Brittany can stay. I'll allow her to stay.
Yeah.
I'll allow her
Agreed.
to stay. There was a ton that happens. There was two
Brittany
solo dates.
Was Brittany the one that went on the solo date?
No, there was one solo date and 2 group dates. No, Michelle. Michelle's like an old, like it's she in the WNBA or she was a professional basketball player or something like that. What'd you say? Oof, what?
She's in the WNBA.
Something like that.
Nice.
I forget. She is a professional basketball player. She played in college or something like that. But yeah, she's hot. I think she's hot. But and I think after the solo date, she does have a pretty good connection with Matt. I think did she get a rose? She definitely got a rose because she came back.
She
She
got
got a rose. She got a rose.
I don't think Matt is the one to make a choice to send someone home.
I don't think Matt will send anyone home on one of those one-on-one things at all.
No, I agree.
This dude, I don't know. I
Is he growing less on you? Because it's kind of he's kind of getting to the point where like he's peaked for me.
he's remarkably boring.
Yeah.
The dude is really boring.
Like he's not charming. He's charming in like if it's a quiet type way, yes. But once you start talking, you're like, this is interesting. Not interesting.
Like he's not doing anything on the solo dates. He's not driving conversation.
He just want to make out with everyone.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you
Kinda
blame
nice.
him?
No,
But
I
I mean,
do.
like,
His go-to, I said in episode 1, he's a good kisser, so that's his go-to.
I guess so. I mean, and listen, he's handsome. He seems very sweet.
You can make it far if you're a good kisser. You can make CEO.
We all loved him episode 1.
You can
What
make
happened?
partner.
Exactly.
That was a good joke.
Thank
No, but if I don't. He is not. He's not growing on me. I mean, I don't know.
think
I don't know if
that's
he's
the
like falling out of favor as much as I'm just learning more about it and realizing that like he's just not a bold character.
Yeah.
These girls are fucking crazy, and they're driving everything. Like they're driving all of this.
Yeah, and if anything's going down, he kind of just lets it happen.
Whereas
You know
whereas Tasha,
I mean, he doesn't know too much yet, although they told him a little bit at the end of the episode.
yeah, and like
there.
I can still somewhat say that's an element of this and him just like being a little bit out of it.
They did one of the new girls, I think it was Michelle, I think
Whatever, who is it doesn't matter who
came
is.
out and told him at the end of the episode, like, there's some shit going around.
Oh no, that was it wasn't a new girl. That was Katie.
Oh, it's Katie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we'll get there because that was like the send off of this episode
Okay.
that'll hold
Okay, I'll say it.
precipitate into the
I'll
next
say
one.
it.
I do want to talk about though a little bit of what was going on with who is the one being blamed or not blamed, rumored to be an escort or whatever.
Brittany.
So Brittany, I can't remember how that started. Do you guys remember how that started, like the rumor or whatnot?
I think
Like, who
Victoria
knew
just
who?
said
No,
it, and then it started.
I don't know if it was Victoria or if it was yeah, maybe Andrew, maybe look it up if you can find it. I because we can stall for as long as it needs. Is that Anna was the one who was driving it home harder, and I don't know if it was Victoria who came up with it or Anna who came up with it. But the rumor was started that Anna is an escort, or not Anna. Fucking Brittany is an escort in wherever she is, Chicago or something. So they were like, oh yeah, she has sex with dudes for money, and like where is their female power? Where's their girl power? Where's their that you should be empowering women?
Yeah.
These women should be empowering women, but I guess it's anything to tear anybody down,
I
right?
mean, an escort is like, it's like I always think escort is like high end.
It's the world's oldest profession.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What do you want? What do men want the most? And women, sex a lot
Yeah.
of the time.
right.
Also, how it started was Anna asked Brittany if she can speak to her. She says coming into this, she was getting messages from people in Chicago saying, "Watch out for her. She's an escort." Which, gotta be honest, that's a weird thing to watch out for. If someone's like, "Hey, you better look out. They're a prostitute or an escort," I'd be like,
Also-
what?"
Also, none of these people have their phones, by the way.
Yeah.
So you want to know what's really interesting is the fact that people are coming into the show telling her to watch out. Meaning these girls all knew that 5 more girls are coming into the house,
That is interesting.
right?
Or it's bullshit, which is
No, I mean, fuck it. She knew to watch out, and she knew where she was from and stuff like that.
It is a weird
Right?
thing. Yeah. So
Right? So let's say Anna's friends in Chicago or whatever were making shit up and being like, oh, hey, watch out for Brittany. Or let's say they are telling the truth. If Brittany is an escort, fuck it, who cares? She knew, Brittany knew, or Anna knew that Brittany was coming into the house at some point, and she wasn't there already.
That
She
is
knew there were
weird.
more girls that were coming in.
I wonder if it's like the Big Brother thing where like you have all the people in a hotel at once interviewing them and stuff. Do you know? Because I remember you told me about that
Maybe.
whole system.
It might be. Well, it's something. It's different, obviously, during COVID.
Yeah.
None of these people would interact at all.
That's so
weird. But they released the cast when they all knew. So for the Bachelorette, they all had their phones in quarantine. They had to have. They were in quarantine for like 80 days or something.
Okay, yeah.
You can't be isolated without your phone and shit for that long. That's
terrible.
probably against the Geneva Convention.
Shows
They're
how
like,
far
no
we've
phone?
come in the past 25 years, guys.
It's probably yeah.
And that was also around the time after that all happened. She felt like she was being like, ostracized in the house. And the fact
Absolutely,
is,
they were calling her a prostitute.
yeah. And that was also whenever Victoria was like, get out of the house.
The whole situation was
Which was
real
weird.
cool.
Yeah, well, it's like Anna sat down and
Oh, also Anna separately said to Ryan, Anna's intention was to start stuff, and Ryan thinks it is disgusting. So good on Ryan.
Anna told Ryan that she was trying to start stuff.
Yes, I that's what
Anna or
it's-
Brittany?
No, Anna's intention.
Anna, the one
was
who
to start
made
stuff.
up the rumor.
Yeah, and Ryan thinks it's disgusting. So good on Ryan.
So Anna did make it up.
That's kind of how it's being
If Anna said that
implied.
Anna made it up, then she made it up.
But it said her intention was to start stuff. So I don't know.
Oh,
if
maybe it's something that she perceived to be true, but she was tossing it out just to start shit. I believe it. Anna is getting hotter and hotter. She's getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
We here at Reality Wagon, we pick up on this trend that Anthony is only really attracted to women that are going to destroy him.
Ditto for Andrew,
Correct.
actually. So
Everyone,
I mean, you like nice girls.
no, he does not.
I feel like I'll marry a nice girl, but for now, crazy is where it's at.
Yeah, crazy is where it's
I mean,
at.
here's the thing: is I wouldn't marry crazy, but I would marry nice.
Yeah, nice is boring.
He doesn't figure it out until after.
But here's the thing: is there's a difference between nice and like crazy, like at home. Like with me. You know what I mean? Like freak in the sheets, lady in the streets, all that shit.
Yeah,
Like there's a difference between that and then you're outwardly crazy everywhere. That's
Kinda-
attractive.
kind of like outwardly crazy everywhere.
See, that's the whole thing. But I know I couldn't marry that because it's just a lot. I can't deal with that for 60 more years. Think of
Mm-mm.
there being 75, no
Would-
teeth, and they're
Would
like,
you read
I'd stab
it,
you.
though?
I'm like, what?
What you say?
Would you read it before you?
Read what?
No, dude, I'm set up for like.
Would you
I-
read the crazy before you got?
Dude, I read it all the time. I'm
Yeah.
a great judge of
not
character, but I
talking
just
about you.
choose
Spencer,
to.
I'm not talking
you-
about you.
you
I'm talking
think-
about him.
You think I don't understand that people I go after are crazy? I do. I just go after it anyway. Like I knew was bad news. We should bleep that. What timestamp
Bleep
is this?
that. Bleep
It's
that.
33
bleep
minutes,
that.
yeah. I can
33
bleep it.
minutes. Sorry, but
As soon as you said it, I was like,
I literally
got
said I was
mad.
like, because we were talking about it before the podcast. I was like, well,
she did threaten to stab you with a penknife.
yes, she did.
I never met this one.
Thankfully,
It seems like me and her probably would hit it off.
probably.
I probably could have
But,
picked up that rebound.
Like I knew that first day that she was crazy, but I was like, why not? I'm bored. It's just like
This is the one. When I asked Andrew why he was dating this girl, he said because.
Are we keeping that one in?
no, we're not keeping that in.
You better not believe that.
No, we
Dude,
are
fucking,
bleeping that
Dude, I can't keep that in.
Why not?
because that's way too
God
personal.
damn it, dude. Fucking awful. This
You
is
said
so
the-
much work
You
for
said
me.
the penknife thing.
If you say it again, I swear to God, I'm gonna slap
I'm not
you.
gonna say it again.
All right, so
I'll
please-
assault you on camera and I'll leave that in.
Anyway, that was
Jeez,
they
what a
think that's the
nightmare.
main reason. I said that as a joke and they took that sincerely.
Yep.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
yeah, but I know that they're crazy. It's just I keep going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Put me on a leash. Make me eat the dog food.
Oh, also, this is another thing in
Oof,
the
bud.
episode. Apparently, Anna and Victoria were talking. Victoria says that Brittany is a serial killer weird, and that she could be an escort, and Catalina is the dumbest hoe she has ever met.
That was
Said by Victoria
yeah.
to
I mean,
Anna.
fucking- yeah. Yeah, Victoria's a nut.
Unsurprising.
Yeah, but yeah, that whole scenario is, like, I think and I had Anna in my pretty darn good last week. I think she's on the way. Just watching her like short circuit during that first rose ceremony of the episode and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if she's really cut out for this. I think Matt's about to figure out like what's going on.
Yeah,
because
she's gonna get bagged next week.
You might think so. Then again, he is fucking keeping Victoria around. So
Yeah, but he doesn't know Victoria's a huge piece of shit.
yes,
yet.
he does.
He does?
Yes, he does. He does. He's not an idiot. Like, I mean, he's naive and indecisive, but someone's making the decision to keep her around.
I also just sent you a message saying what to bleep and when, because I'm doubling down on that
God,
being.
Spencer, I can't believe you did that.
How could you have
I
done
didn't think it
this?
was that bad. All right.
That's just, you don't say that.
About me.
You don't, or at all. I mean, even saying it about yourself makes yourself look really bad. If you were to have said that you blank because blank,
Yeah.
blank, I'm not. I might bleep all that out too.
Sorry.
I
sorry,
fucking-
Andrew. I didn't realize that was
Honestly,
off
if
limits.
you could, yes.
I'm gonna bleep it all, dude. Fuck off, Spencer.
Listen, I said it's done. I'm not gonna say it again.
Yeah, it wasn't smart. It was not a smart thing to
I
say.
didn't realize that was off limits.
Created
I
more work for me.
apologize.
Anthony is on Europe time now. I was trying to get this done tonight, dude. I was trying to get this done tonight.
I didn't know.
Sorry, I timestamped it. It's
I
fine.
was trying to get it done tonight. It's not gonna be able to get done now.
All right.
Group date. No, the solo date. Michelle. He chose Michelle, one of the new girls, to go on a solo date.
Does he choose who to go on a solo
yeah.
date with?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was
I mean,
randomly
he
picked.
chooses, but I think it's probably nudged by the urged and nudged turned into
Fudged.
udged.
Yeah.
By the like the show runners, like the people that
okay.
actually like write the story, kind of. So he wasn't gonna pick like Brie to go on a solo date or something like that again, or Serena to go on a solo date or something. Like, it was gonna be someone who hadn't been on one, most likely.
Probably wasn't on a lot of group dates.
Yeah, someone who probably hadn't had that sort of show
I
time, but
think
it was
at
probably
this-
a good idea.
I
to-
think at this point, I mean, we'll talk about this later when we do tiers. There's no one that's really like a front runner right now.
I think there is. I do still
You do?
think there is. Yeah, I do. It's just going to be interesting to see, I guess, how it all kind of breaks down. The solo date with Michelle went really well.
Yeah, it did. but
She ended up getting
yeah,
the rose at the end. So like the options when you go on a solo date. Jesus, I just had like a stroke.
Yeah.
The options when you go on a solo date are you either get a rose and you stay, or you don't and you leave. So it
Yeah.
is high risk, high reward.
Yeah, but with Matt, I just feel
With
like
Matt, it's all
reward.
it's all
You
reward.
get a hot air balloon, you get a rose. It's nice.
That hot air balloon was extra hot with Matt in
You
it.
don't have to get punched in the face later
and
on.
that operator sitting awkwardly in the corner, off camera the whole time.
I didn't. Was there an operator in the? Oh, there had to have been
Yeah, there
in
was.
the
Yeah.
balloon. So Matt was just
They caught him in a
like
couple
grinding
shots.
up against Michelle with a hot air balloon operator, just like
Hey.
scrolling through Twitter in the
Yeah.
background.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Like,
Yeah, that was
There might have been a camera operator up there actually who knew how to hot balloon.
There might have been. That might have been a hot air balloon for 4.
It might have been. I'm trying to.
Oof.
I want to go back and look at that because I'm
You-
so curious.
Because there was for sure a camera there, and it was a freestanding camera too. It wasn't like a GoPro attached to it.
Mm-mm.
There was a cameraman with his lens directly in their faces.
It's like the whole Claire and Dale cut. You got 4 or 5 people in the bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys,
Where
can
it's-
you-
there's
can you rub your
three
hand
there's
on his
three
prey?
different camera angles for the moment of penetration.
Can you move your legs so we can't see your dick?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, guys. I swear this is for reality TV.
Just like getting all those terrible porn angles.
The HBO angle.
If we
they
get
call
this
it.
angle,
the-
we might be able to sell it off.
The up and under.
The simulated sex angle.
The the solo date was good. It went well. Michelle's a teacher in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
They talked about the whole
They talk
rioting.
about like the pandemic. Obviously, being a school teacher during a pandemic isn't easy. Being in Minnesota as a woman of color during all of the George Floyd stuff, on top of being a teacher in a pandemic. I mean, just like, let's layer on life difficulties, right?
Ça difficile.
I really wish I could engage more with these solo dates, but
Yeah.
Matt is giving me nothing.
It's so hard.
Matt is giving me nothing.
He also is needlessly working out in the forest as well for the group date, which
That
was
was
funny.
hilarious.
Which was hilarious.
He's just like squatting logs.
Yeah.
He just had a fat ass log and he was just squatting it.
What was the one he was doing right before there? It looked so odd.
It was he was hitting a punching bag. A
Yeah,
punching bag like attached
in
to
the
a tree.
forest.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
yeah.
is this?
So they were all training in the woods for some reason, even though they went to a boxing gym to go and actually do the
They had
fight
a ring
night.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was like indoors. Like that was like a boxing gym they'd set up. It wasn't like an outdoor fight night thing.
No.
No. These
Really
girls went
odd.
at it though. They were really socking each other
They-
in the face.
Yeah, they had to stop one of them.
Yeah, it was
because-
concussion central. They were like they were aiming directly through the padding. Like they
Could
were
you imagine if
aiming
one of them, like-
aiming for the nose.
One of them broke their nose, got bloody nose.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I'd want to be the loser because Matt felt like he comforted the losers more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that one girl came out and he's like, "Here, give me a big hug." He's like, "I'm definitely gonna make
Yeah,
out
something
with you later."
something strikes me. I don't know.
I lick
You know,
the blood
What
off
would a
your
relationship
lips.
with Matt even be like? I think it'd probably be a whole lot of
Talking
I
to
don't know,
avoid.
like what do you want to get for dinner?
Well, he
Like,
obviously
no,
can't
like,
decide.
I guess we could do like Thai or something. I don't know, maybe not Thai. How we just eat crackers? Like I've got saltines in the cabinet. We can just have crackers for dinner.
Nice.
I mean, unless you don't want crackers, fuck it. Can we photosynthesize for dinner? Let's photosynthesize
I
for
feel like
dinner.
he'd do something weird like crackers with soy sauce.
That seems like something you would do.
It's all salt. It's all.
I know, but soy sauce is your only sauce. That's the only sauce you like.
I do like more sauces.
Name one.
Dumpling sauce.
Is that soy sauce?
Dumpling sauce is a thing they have at a local establishment.
It's
that we
one
go
thing.
to.
Because
It-
I've never heard of it.
It is ponzu sauce with ginger in it, which is soy sauce
soy
with
sauce with
bonito
ginger.
flakes and ginger in it.
Name another sauce.
Teriyaki.
Soy
It's
sauce
a soy sauce base.
with
is it
mirin
thicker?
in it.
Do you like it like a thicker teriyaki sauce?
Teriyaki.
Oh God, no.
Okay, so any sauce that has anything that isn't the like consistency of water.
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
Soy sauce is water.
Teriyaki sauce is just soy sauce with cornstarch and mirin in it.
Yeah, it's a little thicker. It's just
One
not
of those
thick,
sauce.
thick.
Hey, but here's the thing. Oh,
What
honey
are those-
mustard.
You like honey mustard?
You like
No,
honey mustard?
You're like, oh,
know what I
honey
meant?
mustard.
You know
I
what
was
I
like, wow,
meant?
you like honey mustard now.
'cause
Honey
you
mustard's a great sauce. I'll let it.
I thought I liked it, and then I'm like, oh wait, we don't dip pretzels in that. We dip it in beer cheese. And I'm like, beer cheese, but I forgot that wasn't a sauce.
I'll count that as a
no,
sauce.
no. We're not doing this again because we've gotten in this argument before.
It's weird because you seem. Wait, what's the
A
argument?
sauce versus a condiment.
We're not.
no,
I'll
we're
fucking
not doing
strangle
this
you.
again.
I'll shut this off and I'll strangle
I
you.
just said we're not doing this
Beer
because
cheese
there was a
sauce.
I want to say multi-day like argument we had.
Yeah, I remember.
Every
this.
person I came into had a really serious issue with it.
I don't even
were
remember
we
what
sticking
sides we
on.
were.
What
It
were
was
we
that
sticking on?
ketchup is a sauce.
Ketchup
no,
can be a sauce.
but the thing is, I still don't think so because then it broke it down into the definitions of what a sauce and a condiment is. It was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't want to have this again.
I don't either.
All right,
give
all
me
right.
a headache.
Terrible.
It's before we move on. One thing, you always seem like you'd be like a mayonnaise guy, but you hate mayonnaise.
I
Oh
also
yeah,
hate
you're
ma-
like the most mayonnaise dude I've ever met.
But I hate mashed potatoes as well. Disgusting.
They're very different textures.
No, I know,
They're
but
both just white.
No, I know. I know, but everyone's like, I imagine like because you eat like a ton of plain food, like you'd like not mayonnaise, mashed potatoes. And I go, that's disgusting.
No, mashed potatoes are a great food for picky people.
You ever
But
had
they're
aligo,
so
Anthony?
gross.
What do you say?
You ever had aligo? It's
What's-
like half mashed potatoes, half cheese, and it's like it's delicious.
No, I've never had it. I love mashed potatoes. I really tuckered myself out. I can't eat those box mashed potatoes anymore.
I don't even know what those are.
The box ones were super easy. Used to love them. When I got my wisdom teeth taken out, that I ate like a ton of that because it was like actual sustenance. It was like that, and like I don't like soup.
I hate soup.
You don't like anything. We're not on the same team.
I mean, yeah, but we
you
are.
Can't,
on the
you
same
can't
team
be
now.
like, yeah, we do hate soup, but it's like, no, dude, you hate everything.
But the thing is, I don't hate everything. I've had a ton of stuff I like that a lot of people would actually be surprised about.
Like,
what?
I had a 1-pound burrito in San Diego that had guac in it.
You ate something with guacamole.
oh my
in
god,
it?
I know you did tell
I
me
ate-
that you ate guacamole. You're
I
like,
ate-
that was the first time I could ever tolerate guacamole, and I was like, I'm happy for you.
No, because guac typically is disgusting. Unless it's like homemade. I hate like fake guac. I don't know what it is.
Well,
That's
but
good,
fake
dude.
guac is disgusting. But,
No, it's all good. It's all mashed up avocado. Avocado's good.
I guess you
Avocado.
like hummus.
Hummus is fucking delicious.
Hummus
I
is
I was so high on Saturday night, just crushing hummus.
I get food from this Greek
How
place.
do
They
you
make
just
their
eat
own roasted
hummus?
red pepper hummus.
no, I mean I hummus and pita chips.
Okay, there you go. I was like, for some
Did
reason
you
when
do
you
carrots,
said you were
Hummus and
crushing
carrots?
that
hummus,
hummus we got up in
absolutely,
White River
dude.
Junction. Oh my god,
Dude,
it's so good.
The Turkish hummus was delightful.
oh yeah, I ate there.
Did you eat the hummus?
I think you did have. Did you have a
Yeah,
little hummus?
I did have a little.
Yeah. I
Those
thought you just ate plain pita.
whatever those what were they, pork? What were they? Like the little roll things.
Oh, the
They weren't pierogies. They were.
They weren't pierogies,
no,
but I
they
can't remember
were-
the name of them. Those were great. They had like
They have some weird Turkish name.
they had like a jam in it or something. Not jam. It was some.
They had like some beef shit or whatever. They were tasty. Very
Oh,
tasty.
it was
Yeah, the name's not important. We don't know.
Kibbe. Was it Kibbe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember it. You don't remember. No one remembers it. They're not gonna know it.
All right, I think this is a good time
Almost
to jump into tears, man.
Almost is.
Come on.
Because we left off with Katie, went out to go see Matt and tell her all the stupid
Oh yeah,
shit.
I forgot
Oh,
we
yeah,
skipped
yeah,
right to
yeah,
Turkish
yeah.
food.
Katie was the one who went and just straight like blew up all their spots. So I think it's almost time for the reckoning of Victoria and Anna. You gotta hope so.
Yeah.
At least one of them.
Yeah, one of them's got to go.
I think they're gonna keep one.
They
and
have
one.
to. I mean, they're gonna keep one. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like they're you can't get rid of both of your crazies.
I think they're gonna try and keep Victoria as long as possible.
Absolutely.
I feel like the producers definitely said, like, listen, this is good. You don't have to like her.
Listen, I don't know. Did you guys see at the end of the episode? And this is kind of unrelated because we're gonna pivot off now. Is that Matt was dancing?
Oh yeah, yeah, I
No.
saw that.
Oh my god, dude! Like, go back and watch it. It was like the after credit sequence or whatever.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah.
It was fucking horrible. He was like doing like a TikTok dance or something, and that dude doesn't know what to do with his hands.
In dancing or in other things.
He's got.
Oh,
Second time, man.
I'm gonna tape it to your hands.
get tape
Who
to
are
my
you,
hands.
I'm gonna tape it to your
I'm
hands.
gonna be Edward 40 hands. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Edward iPhone hands.
No.
The yes, we're gonna miss. The dude Matt has super long arms, like very very long arms.
Mhm.
And when he was dancing, they were like really far down by his side. He was just sort of like,
Doing the wobble or whatever it is.
and not even the wobble. He was just sort of like, it was more of like the waddle.
It's like a dad dance.
He was just really bad. But I mean, he's handsome, right? If I dance like that, I think I get arrested.
Yeah, because people would think you're up to something no good.
Nefarious. Just,
You're
I'm
up
just
to
me with a
no
fake
good.
mustache and a monocle, just like just jaunting and like hitting them folks terribly.
Wearing a bowler hat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tying ladies to railroad tracks, whipping and nay-naying.
Twisting your mustache hair.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Matt gets away with it with his stupid long arms and terrible rhythm. If Matt has one flaw, it's his lack of rhythm.
In everything.
Yeah,
Speech and dancing.
speech, dancing, love. We'll find out though. I just hope he gets fucking interesting. It's asking a lot. I don't think he's gonna.
None
So
of these people coming in fucking John Entwistle or anything, man.
who?
Exactly.
None of them come in as John Edwards.
John Entwistle.
No one knows who that is.
Who is John Entwistle?
You said rhythm. He's the bass player for the Who.
Oh.
Oh, not the front man?
Oh. Oh.
Well, Daltrey didn't need to have any rhythm. He's singing.
Oh.
Saying
Okay.
stupid stuff about
All right,
Brexit.
since we've reached the part
Man.
of the podcast where Spencer is
Said something that
nonsense.
no one knows.
People know who John Entwistle is.
Dude, you're testing people in a way that I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed. Tell you what.
I'm always
Tell you what.
disappointed.
Tell you what. DM me if you know who John Entwistle is. DM me if you knew who he was before
Yeah.
Spencer just brought him up.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can't DM
Shoot me a DM. Or just shoot me a real tweet. I'll retweet it. What's outside? What are you looking at?
Nothing. I thought, like, never mind.
You good?
Yeah, I just, like, had, like, a moment of...
Yeah, that was a very scary moment. I was like, is someone behind me?
I literally... No, I heard, like, in my headphones, like, something behind me, but I know that's not possible.
Impossible.
And I was like,
Andrew, turn around.
I know, I'm like...
Oh my god, who was that?
I had a freak... I'm just freak... All right.
All right, cool.
Let's get
We're
into
gonna get
it.
into these fucking tiers because we're already at 15
All right.
minutes.
Let's get it.
Tiers, as always, they go in order of, or they go. There's 5 different tiers. Really, there's technically 6. There's 5 really. So it's Dale, top tier, almost Dale, almost top tier. Pretty darn good is a new tier that we have in here. It's a good way for us to categorize because we have like 19 girls again. Middle of the pack, sort of somewhere there. That's a good middle point. It's usually someone who's about to rise. Lost in the shuffle is usually someone who we think is going to be gone very soon, likely next week. and Gone and Probably Forgotten. So that's like our 6th tier. That's where that's our female graveyard.
Yes. Grayed out.
Female graveyard. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through alphabetically. I'm gonna keep a tight ship on this one, my guys. All right.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
Abigail. Yeah, dude, I'm fucking exhausted. Abigail. Spencer, go.
Abigail.
You don't have to scream.
Oh, sorry. Did we see a lot of her this week?
We did not. She was in 2 group dates.
Right.
Did not have any solo stuff.
Okay, so like I'm gonna put her in the middle of the pack. I think I might have had her pretty darn good last week, but we didn't see her any at all this week. But she has interacted with Matt before, so I'm gonna put her in the middle of the pack.
Sounds good, Andrew.
I'm moving her down. I'll stay L2. Pretty darn good. Didn't see him a lot for this week, but I feel like there's other people I'm putting in that category that belong there.
So I'm gonna move her down to almost Dale from Dale tier, and I think a lot of that is just predicated on the fact that we haven't seen her a lot in the past couple of weeks. I don't think anything's really changed. I think she technically could still be a top tier competitor, but I need to see more of her, and she'll get her for FaceTime soon. Like, I don't think she's gone next week, so we will get a time when she's able to elevate higher.
Right.
Anna.
Anna for me is staying in middle of the pack.
Okay.
I know that her and Victoria can't stay as one together. One has to go, but I think it's safer to keep them in both middle of the pack for now.
Yeah, I think that's a fair hedge. Spencer, where are you putting her?
I'm going to move her down to Lost in the Shuffle because I think she's going to be gone next week.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I was thinking of having her in the middle of the pack there for a second, but I do think she's not going to be able to dance out of. If Matt goes and interrogates her about what she was saying about Brittany, there's no way she's going to be able to dance out of that.
And they're not
IMO.
They're not going to get rid of Victoria over her. That doesn't make any sense.
I think they'd rather keep Victoria than her.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm just hedging safely. So we're gonna do the golf score stuff. I gotta.
Oh yeah, we are gonna do the golf score. I think that's fair. That's fair. I'm hoping that I actually.
We can also give a bonus point.
If
you get one correct.
Do you get a bonus point, or you take one away?
I mean, however it is, we'll give
We'll figure
if you
it out.
get them going home correctly. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Bree.
Oh, she's moving up to pretty darn good for me. She was in the middle of the pack.
I can't believe you had her in the middle of the pack.
I just didn't see enough of her. I felt like, and then she got group date rose, and I'm like, all right, she's pretty darn good.
Pretty what? Pretty darn good.
Ooh.
Spencer.
Group Date Rose for me puts her at almost Dale.
Okay, I'm gonna keep her in Dale. She is still my favorite. She is still the hottest one on the show. I'm not here for any sort of Bree slander. I'm not gonna handle it. I'm not gonna deal with it today, tomorrow.
I'm not gonna slander her, but like I feel like I gotta see more before I put her at Dale. But
Sure, I think she's
got the
performed
Group Date
well.
Rose.
I think that of all the people, I think she's done well. And I don't think really there's hey, it's my neighborhood. But I think there's really, she hasn't been on a whole lot. I think it's good she stayed out of the drama. She hasn't been involved in anything. So if there is any like backlash to all this, I think she'll be able to kind of skate clear. So we'll call that a plus for her. Brittany.
Oh, okay. So this is because all the rumors and stuff going around for Brittany.
Yeah.
I think Matt will be understanding, but up to a point. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
At some point, you're in this group full of people, and you don't know the whole truth and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's in pretty darn good for now.
Okay.
I think she's gonna stick around for a bit.
All right. I'm gonna actually ask all of us that we cap our loss in the shuffle at 4.
Yeah, I was actually just about to. Yeah.
Absolutely no more than 4 in your loss in the shuffle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her in middle of the pack. I think the rumors are gonna be pretty bad, and she's gonna have to dance out of them. That being said, I hope Matt sees through them, and I'm confident that he is going to be able to, especially with the fact that Katie brought it to his attention before he learned from one of the others, and Brittany had to tell him herself that she is not an escort.
Yeah, I agree.
Spencer, what do you have for Brittany?
I'm gonna put her in pretty darn good. I almost want to put her in almost Dale because I think, these rumors. It's kind of funny. I think they're gonna backfire incredibly because now Brittany's gonna, get a lot of time with Matt and a lot of screen time because she's got to talk to him about these fucking rumors. So I think it's gonna be a benefit.
And Matt loves when conversations end up in tongue punching. So odds are, if she can skate through that conversation pretty easily, she'll get to tongue some throat.
Oh yeah.
Catalina.
Middle of the pack. I mean,
I got her in the same.
She got her final rose. Never really means anything. She's one of the new people. Didn't see Was she on any of the group dates? I think they're saving her for next week.
Yeah, she might have been on a group date or something, but like she's it's something where like I honestly she might go next week, but they already gave her the whole her versus Victoria thing and never really addressed it.
Yeah.
And she's one of those girls that like they're all the couple of the meaner girls are like scheming against and stuff. So like odds are it might bounce back, and she might be asked by Matt about some things and stuff. So she might have an opportunity to develop some more reputation. But we'll find out. Spencer, what do you think?
I also put middle in the pack. I kind of think she's almost in the same boat as Brittany, although not as much. So she's not going to get as much benefit from being talked to from all these rumors, but
Fair.
she will get them. So middle of the pack.
Chelsea. We'll start. I'm going to put her in almost ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the rose and everything.
And that's a huge jump. She was in my Lost in the Shuffle last week.
She was for, I think, both of us.
Yeah.
She's definitely a move. She moved up this week. I just think before I didn't see a lot of screen time, so I thought it was the editing out.
Yeah.
But then she got it, and I was like, you know what? I could see her. She and her and Matt got along really well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she talked to Matt. They had a good connection. She got the rose.
Yeah, the group date rose was huge. Someone that we hadn't seen that much interaction between Chelsea and Matt all the way up, and that's part of the reason we had her so low in the first place. So
Group date rose means more than solo date rose.
in a way, it kind of does.
Because you're
standing out amongst the group as opposed to
with Matt,
standing.
yes.
Yeah.
Because you're forcing him to make a choice. Whereas if it's a solo date, it's not a choice for him. He's giving it to you.
Exactly. Oh God, what do I do with Jasenia?
See, I know this one.
Dude, I wanna put her higher.
She's going in Lost in the Shuffle.
She's
for
in
me.
my Lost in the Shuffle.
Yeah.
I had her in middle of the pack. We're consensus quake, all consensus.
Consensus quake. Blah.
Jasenia.
Was that a thing we've done in the past?
No, but
No,
it's from another show that I
oh,
watched.
is
Yeah,
it?
it's from another show
I don't
that I
know what
watched.
that
I was
is.
like,
Yeah.
am I the only one out of
No,
the group
it's
here?
from like some barstool like betting show when they all have a
Oh.
consensus. It's lame, but
I just rolled with it.
yeah,
It's pretty
you did a good
simple.
job. You did a good job rolling with it. I was like, oh, you've seen it, all right.
This next one I think will be
I just wish I could put Jasenia higher. I had her middle of the pack last week. She's going Lost in the Shuffle, bro.
same movement for me.
God, there's so many fucking names. Katie.
She's Dale tier for me.
Whoa, explain yourself.
Okay, so this week we saw a lot more of her. We saw her being way more sympathetic. You know, she was the only, I think one of the few people they showed on the show being sympathetic towards Brittany. Where she's
Yes,
like,
she was.
I've had rumors about me as well. Don't let get you down. Like, she's being super nice. She also called out someone, said name calling is rude. I can't remember who she called out, but she's really shown a good side of herself. And I think the way they're editing it, it's making her look kind of, you know, a lot like a really nice person. And it might just be her being a nice person, but that's the way it's at least being shown. I think she's gonna make it far. So I'm gonna say Dale. So
last week I had her in middle of the pack. I'm bumping her up to pretty darn good. I think that she's making a good reputation for herself. Man, words are hard today. I will say that niceness doesn't get you all the way in this show.
No.
You can be really nice and still get kicked out. And also involving yourself in the drama in any capacity sometimes comes off worse. So, like, it's something where I know you're trying to be, like, really nice and take charge and try and, like, lead a good example, but even just doing that and associating with the drama in any capacity can sometimes backfire on you. That was the longest I tried to fight off a burp.
Yeah, I know. Was it a burp or a yawn?
No, it was a burp. It was sitting
it
in my
was a
throat.
brawn.
I just couldn't get it out of my face. Spence, what do you think about Katie?
I hate to keep agreeing with you, but I think I put her in middle of the pack last week because I thought she came off as kind of bad after that whole incident with Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
But she hasn't actually redeemed herself. Or no, she did at the end of the episode. She was the one that talked to Matt, right?
I don't remember actually.
Was she the one that talked to Matt?
Who? Katie? Yeah, she talked to Matt at the end of the episode.
Right. Okay. So there's my little precedent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move her up to pretty darn good. I think she might go up to almost Dale next week.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I think she's gonna be involved in this whole rumors getting shat out.
Perfect.
Kind of thing.
Kit. Andrew, you start.
Kit. So I think she's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I have her in the same thing.
I think with the conversation she had with Matt, after the whole, I mean, at basically the start of the episode. I think she's gonna stick around. I think she's gonna win, but
I had her in pretty darn good last week. Nothing's really changed.
yeah,
Um,
I think I moved her up one.
I moved her in the middle of the pack.
Is that up or down for you?
It's probably down. I
Mhm.
think maybe it might be the same.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I know she talked to Matt a little bit, but I didn't. We've been hearing from her for the past couple weeks, and I didn't hear that much from her this week. I think she could probably move up again, but
Yeah,
for now,
it's once she gets a little more face time, I think we'll
Right.
figure it out.
Right.
Lauren, this
Ooh.
is a tough one for me.
Where are you putting her? Because I know where I'm putting her.
Dude,
Same place for last week as me.
I had her in Lost in the Shuffle last week. Nothing's changed, but I already have 2 in my Lost in the Shuffle, and I have 2 that I want to put in Lost in the Shuffle. So I'm gonna fuck it, middle of the pack. She's middle of the pack, and that's only because there's a squeeze on how many we can put in the bottom tier.
She's a lost in the shuffle still
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
We didn't see her really.
I know, but I know who I want in Lost in the
Ditto.
Shuffle, and I already have 2 people there. So you're both doing Lost in the Shuffle.
yeah, got it.
Yeah.
All right, Maggie.
Ooh. What are you guys putting her? Because
She moves up to pretty darn good for me this week.
I had her in Almost Dale. I'm gonna keep her there this week.
I'm gonna keep her in almost. I am gonna put her in almost Dale.
Yeah, yeah.
I had her in pretty darn good. I think I had her this week. I just feel like she's gonna stick around for a while. So who is after that?
Mari. Yeah, Mari.
Middle of the pack.
I'm gonna do pretty darn good.
Really?
Yeah. Did she get a rose? She won the competition or whatever.
She won the competition. I don't know if that
Yeah.
got a rose, but I think
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. No, I don't know. I hardly know anything about her. Middle of the pack. I'm sorry, Mari, to blue ball you like
I think
that.
she might move up, but for now, middle
For
of the
now,
pack.
for now, she'll stay where she is.
she's like potential that hasn't been tapped yet. I'm just gonna wait. you know?
Yeah, we'll leave it as is. I think middle of the pack is safe. I don't think she's going home. I think that's not what that means. I think there are a couple.
She is the first one I think to ask like what Matt's thinking and if he he seems concerned.
Yeah.
So there was that. So hopefully that lends itself to some.
He doesn't
some
want
more.
people to know about his feelings. He's afraid.
But that's what. But at least she asked.
Yeah. Yeah, middle of the pack is safe. It's like I think Lauren could easily go home next week, and like I have her middle of the pack, and that's gonna hurt me when we do our golf score roundup.
Yeah.
But
I feel like this is a week where I'm gonna get
this
killed
week
for some
this
reason.
week
It's weird.
can we'll call it like the LPGA tour or something
Yeah.
like that. We'll come up with an acronym for it, and we'll keep a track of our scores. It's another graphic to put
Each
up.
round.
It's another graphic to put up.
Yeah. Agreed.
So yeah, Michelle.
She is. Oh God, I think she's pretty darn good for me.
God, there's so many. The God fucking. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. And that's just out of me looking at these lists and just being like, it's way too top and bottom heavy. If I was allowed to, I would have like 6 girls in Almost Dale and like 6 girls in Lost in the Shuffle, but I can't, and I have to clip it.
I think that's also a thing of like we just don't know enough. You know?
Yeah, it's like
Michelle went on the solo date, didn't she?
Michelle went on the solo date,
Yeah, it went pretty well.
and she got a rose, and it went well, and it was the first time that her and Matt had interacted. It was their first time on the show. Like, I had her in Almost Dale. I bumped her back down. I have her in pretty darn good.
I have everything perfectly
She's
even.
tough.
I'm trying to keep it as even as
I
possible.
mapped out every single person.
Really?
Yeah, because I was
Never-
like, I can't do this.
Never
Um,
underestimate height differential, right? The two girls I got, 2 of the 3 girls I got in Almost Dale right now are very tall.
MJ. What do you think for
Middle of the
MJ?
pack.
Really? She got the first rose. She got the first rose this week.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything.
I think it means something.
The same thing as saying the last rose means something. To me,
I think the last rose does mean something.
I don't think it does. I'd like to go back and see how far last rose and first rose. That's actually something to look
Did
up
she get a rose
week.
this week?
She got first rose at
She
the
did.
at the ceremony
God.
earlier
Oh,
in the episode.
I think that's just him naming off people. I think that's something we can look into. How about that?
Yeah, I think it'd be worth looking into just to see how performance works on those.
But
But
it's still middle of the pack for me.
Okay,
She moved down.
Spencer.
I'm gonna say middle of the pack. Almost the same feelings I have about like Mary and Kit. It's just
Okay.
like
What's
I need to see you talk to Matt more.
interesting you say that. I have her in pretty darn good. Same category as Kit, where she was last week. I don't think a whole lot changed. I was debating bumping her up into Almost Dale. I'm gonna leave her in pretty darn good. I think that's a fine category for her. Piper.
I think she's lost in the shuffle.
Wow. Of the 4 people, I'll give you an opportunity to rescind and you can rethink, right? I'll just give you my rationale.
Okay.
I have Piper in middle of the pack. I did move her down from Almost Dale. I had her in Almost Dale last week.
I had her pretty darn good.
Yep. I don't think anything changed. Why is she all of a sudden lost in the shuffle for you?
We didn't fucking see her at all.
She is very hot.
She's very hot, but we didn't see her. I just feel like the other people are going to stay. Here's the thing is I was conflicted whether I put her in Lost the Shuffle or someone going further, Serena C. I don't know. Like those two I'm kind of stuck on. I will probably regret this one, but it's one of those I feel like it could be like swept under us, like the rug swept under us. You know what I mean? Where he's like, I'm just not feeling it. Because we didn't see her at all this week.
I didn't even know she was still on the show until I saw the tier list.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she's hot. I have her in middle of the pack. I want to move her back up again.
I put her in middle of the pack just because
I just can't do it.
Because I am limited to 4 lost in the shuffle apparently.
Yeah, we're limited. Just because we're all playing by different rules and stuff too. And it's like not by different rules. We're all trying to play by the same rule. Even though I'm looking at this, I'm trying to keep it as even as possible, or kind of almost. I'm trying to keep it bell curvy.
I'm at 2, 2, 6, 6, and 4 is how I ended up.
Oh, you are, but you already mapped it all out.
I mapped it all out.
We'll discuss probably off mic afterwards and just see if we're close or anything. Maybe we'll flex some things.
Yeah.
If one of us has like way too many in something, because if we are trying to keep this as like a competitive game between all 3 of us, then we have to play by the same rules.
I think it's also riskier.
We can't just all bottom load.
No, that's fair. I didn't even think of that. I really was just like.
I mean, but the thing is, mine might be a little more bottom loaded than yours is.
Oh, okay.
Rachel. RACHAEL. Rachel.
Rachel for me, she's also lost in the shuffle.
Wow, you just maxed out your 4 lost in the shuffles.
I did.
And we still haven't got to Ryan or Serena C.
See, those two though. I'll talk more about Ryan later on.
Okay.
Why don't you go for it?
I have her middle of the pack. I think she's kind of on the cusp of that lost in the shuffle, somewhere where I can't put her there.
Now that we have this lost in the shuffle limit, we're just putting all the lost in the shuffle people in middle of the pack.
Well, no, because like pretty darn good is a tell for me of someone who's, pretty darn good.
Also, I only had 4 people in Lost in the Shuffle last week.
I had 5 in. Oh, I had 4 in lost in the shuffle last week. 5 middle of the pack. 3 pretty darn good.
See, we have experience. We know how to do this.
Yeah.
Spencer's
just like, yeah, middle of the pack.
He's a tier virgin.
She's not even that hot.
She's not even that tall.
Yeah, she's not even that tall.
Height difference is important, guys.
Spencer, where are you putting Rachel?
Where the fuck am I putting Rachel? I want to put her in lost in the shuffle, but
you can do that.
Well, I only got 1 slot left, and I think I'm going to use it on somebody else.
Put her.
Put her wherever you want.
I'm going to put her in the middle of the pack.
All right, cool. Ryan, I'll start. Lost in the shuffle, bro. Like we haven't seen her at all.
I think she's someone that's going to stick around. I think pretty darn good.
Wow, I don't know. That's fair. I don't know where you get that impression from.
Just the feeling.
Okay. All right.
My emotions.
All right. Fair.
I agree with Tony on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. She's my lost in the shuffle. She's I don't see it. She hasn't been given any sort of face time to do anything. No. Of all the girls who have been introduced, Kim's gone.
She's been given the least, I think.
And I think Kim even got more face time than she did. Kim was still gone.
Yeah. Well, we'll see next week, won't we?
We certainly will.
Wow.
Serena C rounds out my lost in the shuffle.
Fair enough. Okay.
Serena C has been on the cusp of, I feel like, elimination for the past 2 weeks.
I agree.
She's managed to stick it out for as long as she has.
I need her to stick out 1 more week.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Just barely above that.
Middle of the pack. She gets a lot of screen time, which
that's the other thing.
Could be good for her. Not necessarily from Matt's standpoint, but from a production standpoint, she's good at getting upset at things.
I fucking hate that I did this. Can I make a change?
To who?
I'm going to move Brittany up to pretty darn good.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move... And the next up is Serena. Serena is also going into pretty darn good.
She's Dale for me.
Wow, still. Okay.
We didn't see much of her, but I think that's kind of what happens. Like, you get a solo date rose. You don't really go in group. You're giving other people chances. So I think we'll see more of her next week.
I've really only kept one person in Dale. It's really only Bree this week.
Katie for me is
not
Dale
to spoil anything about Victoria, but it's just Bree.
Yeah. Where are you putting Serena P? Spencer.
I keep her in pretty darn good.
Okay. All
Caught
right.
me napping there.
Yeah, no, really did. I thought you were like keeping track of the tiers or something.
Well,
but
I was looking at the tier.
you're just scrolling through Grinder. I
And-
didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
After machine closed, I know times can get tough.
That's why I was wearing the skinny jeans, even at home, for practice.
I'm not gay.
Keeping everything contained. Well, okay, Spencer. Is there anything wrong with that?
No.
Honestly.
Okay.
My
Well,
brother was here today.
you're getting really defensive.
Okay.
You didn't take to it the way I wanted him to. I wanted him to get more antsy.
Well, speaking of someone antsy, Victoria's our last on the list.
And she is going in my middle of the pack.
Same here.
That is an absolute hedge. I think the production's going to try to keep her around for longer.
I think they're going to keep
I think
and
she's just
Victoria.
gonna sag in the middle of the pack for like 2 more months.
How
she
long do you
belongs
think this
there.
show is?
How long is it?
I don't know. I don't think we got 2 more months of this. I fucking hope
I
not.
think it's 5 weeks.
Yeah, no, there's probably 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh, we're
left.
only on. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a 10-week show.
Yeah, and once we get down that far, there aren't really any middle of the pack. We'll
Whatever.
sort of
A
just
month and
this
a
sort of
half.
falls apart at the final 5.
Oh yeah, because it's just so hard to. All right, where are you putting Victoria middle of the pack, Spencer?
Yeah.
All right.
And we're all fucking done.
Yeah.
And these are all done too, and these will be up this week.
These will be up real fast.
Hopefully we'll get them up fast for you guys. 110, 111, not too bad. Not too
Not
bad.
bad.
Not bad. Not bad. We'll tighten her up. We'll tighten her up next time. And also we'll have fewer names to go through.
I didn't.
These
put
are just time consuming because there's like 23 girls now.
I didn't put anybody in Dale tier this week.
That's a bold strategy.
It is a strategy for the golf score.
And for the golf score, it is. I mean, but it's not going to change anything
not doing
unless,
it for the
unless someone that you thought
I don't think anybody deserved Dale tier this week.
that's
No,
fine.
that's
I
a
guess
fair
that's a
assumption.
fair thing. That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Wear my
wrap
heart
this
on
up.
my chest, man.
What happened?
Wear my heart on my chest. Is that the saying?
You wear your heart on your chest?
On your
I think it's sleeve usually.
Sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Okay. Thank you all very, very much for watching and listening to this episode.
Thanks, bro.
Can I go?
No.
We're doing this all over again. I thought you were getting better at like not interrupting me and the outros.
I
After
like
that first
interrupting you. It's
first
funny.
that first time we went was terrible. But thank you very much for listening and watching this episode of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. This is episode 4. We are powering through. The show isn't making it easy by introducing more girls. The show isn't making it easy by making Matt so fucking boring.
Yes.
Here we are though. Thanks for listening. Thanks for engaging with us. We're trying to do a little bit more diversified content as much as possible, having these up on a bunch of different platforms. Those platforms being, Spotify, iTunes. On Spotify, you can follow us. You get automatic downloads to your device. Spotify is a great platform for us. We post directly there. This podcast will be up by the time you're listening to it. The show is on yesterday night, so we're turning these around as fast as we possibly can for you guys. It's also up on iTunes too, and that's my listening platform usually. I like it for a couple different reasons. It's the one that I use for all my other podcasts, for one. 2, you're also able to give podcasts that you like 5 stars and comments, and those really help everything out. So, excuse me. So any of those podcasts that I listen to that I really enjoy, I don't know if you've heard of the podcast Anus.
No.
It's really, really funny. It's like an
I'll look it
improv
up.
podcast. It's a new untold story. It's so funny. A must listen. I'll stand by that for sure. That's something where, like, as soon as I started listening to that podcast, I was like, I got to give them 5 stars. I got to support my bros because that's there. I know how important it is and how helpful it is. So if you guys have any inclination, I know even if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on Spotify, please go onto the iTunes app and give us 5 stars and a comment. Like that's really helpful for us. We're trying to grow this bigger. I'm trying as hard as I can to grow it, and I think we put out pretty good content. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is pretty entertaining. And maybe it's just entertaining for me.
I like it.
Yeah, we do pretty good.
Yeah.
You all
Sometimes
right?
I'll listen to it.
Yeah, we do. We do all right. Sometimes I support us.
I mean, I'll listen to some of the highlights I remember from the episode. Sometimes I'm like, all right.
The highlights are funny.
Like-
highlights
like
we
the
put
one
out are
episode
funny.
where we
There were a
went on
couple highlights tonight, although we got to bleep out one of them.
I'm gonna have to do this fucking tomorrow. It's gonna be done by
Like the
noon.
Fever Dream episode where I've listened to that one all the way through. 'cause
That
it
was
fun.
very funny. Even last week was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Last week we had very good. If you want really good Bachelor analysis, last week was our episode for really good Bachelor analysis.
Yeah.
Didn't get fabulous engagement on that episode. We had some snags with uploading and delivery and stuff like that. So But something we ironed out more so on my end, where we're just gonna have a whole bunch of stuff coming out on different days. But yeah, we're also up on YouTube at ANMC Studios. So it's Aaron, Nancy, Michael, Charles Studios on YouTube. You can subscribe to us there. You can like the videos when they go up. Those are really cool if you like looking at our faces. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. If you like looking at Anthony when he's down 5 pounds from last week, if you want to see it before and after, there's this thing called starving yourself.
Yes.
And it works wonders for losing pounds. Don't follow that. That's a terrible advice to give.
Some Pino's on the counter if you want.
Some what? Oh, there's pizza on the counter? Yeah, maybe I'll put on a pound before I leave. But yeah, so we're up on YouTube. Go ahead and engage with us there. Watch the video if you want. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter at Reality Wagon. That's all one word, Reality Wagon. We will put up the tiers. We'll have links to the videos. We'll have links to the podcast. We'll have everything up on all of those. I live tweet the episodes. We engage with other people on the episodes. At On the Wagon 3 is not me. For people who have asked repeatedly, it's not me tweeting at myself. That'd be extremely difficult to do. Don't put it past me, because listen, I'm that conniving and sneaky, but that one wasn't me. They're big fans of us. I don't know who they are. I think I tried to nail down who they were, and I asked a friend of a friend, or a friend of who I thought the person was, if it was them, and they were like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I was like, okay, that's a fine response. That was a good way to play it off. So maybe we have an anonymous fan. I think I know who you are. I'm not going to push it any further, though, because I don't want to know.
Mystery.
I don't want to pierce the veil. I want that to go ahead and remain a mystery. But yeah, so engage with us there. Follow us on all those platforms, dude. We put out good content, my guy, all the time.
Agreed.
Anything else from the Peanut Gallery?
No.
Meeting adjourned?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Spencer?
I got you right there at the end.
What did you even say?
Oh, I just said seconded.
Okay, perfect. We're leaving now. All right. Thanks for watching episode 4 of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name's Andrew.
Thanks for talking to us.
Hey.
I'll talk to you guys later.
My name is Spencer.